I want to address the issue of Christmas. Some of our leaders have said there will be no Christmas. And I want to make it clear and make it very extremely clear to every one of us that Christmas is a day that we celebrate life and not death. Christmas is the day we celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. Christmas is a day that we celebrate the Redeemer. God came in human form to transform our conditions. It is that power that acts in all of us. It is not us. It is Christ in us. And so if you think there should be no Christmas, I doubt the power that you are going to use to lead our nations. Even soldiers keep their weapons down on Sunday and worship God. And I want to say, Christmas should be the day that we go out there and worship God and celebrate life and believe that He came on earth to redeem us. If you choose the voice of man, and man with just breath in their nostrils over the birth of your Lord and Savior, I question your intentions. Worship God. Everyone go out and go to church on Christmas Day. That day that you think is a day you're observing Ghost Town or you're observing your liberation struggle is not more important than worshiping God and see what He will do for your nation on Christmas Day. Believe and trust in God. And one thing that I've realized in my journey is the power of reconciliation, the power of forgiveness, and how it can transform a human being and make you become unstoppable. That day, I encourage every English-speaking Cameroonian, pray for President Paul Biya. Yes, even your enemies, pray for them. Pray for our president. How about that? Your parents' enemies are not your enemies. I repeat, your parents' enemies are not your enemies. Young people, we are approaching the problems that we are dealing with in a dynamic way. We are approaching these problems in a spiritual way. We are approaching this problem trusting in God, but also diplomatic and logical in our approach. And I want to say, Christmas Day is a day we worship God. We will pray and forgive. It is a day of reconciliation. It is the day of forgiveness. It is a day that we cleanse our land from every blood that we've shed over the years. That is what will happen on Christmas Day in Northwest and Southwest region of Cameroon. You will live and declare the glory of the Lord. You are called by God, children of the Northwest and Southwest region. You are called by God, men and women, sons and daughters, fathers and mothers of the Northwest region of Cameroon. Arise that day and bless the name of the living God. And I want to let you know, what your leaders have not been able to do for 7 years, I will do for 2 years. We will do it in 2 years. And I want to let you know, most of these leaders don't understand the challenges that you young people face. And they don't know how to apply logic and negotiation to find their way in life. And so they will resort in brute force and so lead you into dying, thinking that is the only approach. You cannot solve the problems of today with a mindset of 1996. You cannot solve the problems that we are dealing with today with the mindset of 1961. You cannot solve the problems that we are dealing with in 2023 with the mindset of your predecessors. We are celebrating life. We are celebrating hope. We believe that victory is right in the corner. And I believe that the best days are ahead and not the worst days. That with God on our side, all things are possible. The scripture reminds me that all things work together for the good of they that trust the Lord and are called according to His purpose. Even those who have fallen as a result of this crisis, it will work for our good. Even if we have been in marginalization for the past 61 years, it will work for our good. Even the falling soldiers in the course of this revolution, it will work for our good. Even the confusion among our leaders, everything will work for our good. We stand to believe because the only thing that you need in life is hope. Hope in the face of adversity. Believing that your best days are ahead. That is the only thing that will keep you going. Believe in the best nations. Don't look at Eritrea. Eritrea is a nation with a GDP of $2 billion. Cameroon has a GDP of approximately $45 billion. The United States has a GDP of approximately $23 trillion. And those are the nations we look up to. A mentor once taught me, and this has applied in every area of my life. If you want to be successful, look for the great nation, look for the greatest among you, and model three things. Model their belief system, model their physiology, and model their syntax. And today our leaders are looking up to Eritrea as an example, a nation that is ranked number 45 out of 46 nations in sub-Saharan Africa. And that is your model of transformation. That is one of the poorest nations. That shows me that where you are taking us is going to be worse than where Eritrea finds itself today. And we will not go down that path. We will look at the best nations in the world, like America, like Israel, like Japan, like China, like Canada, and model their example. This strategy that has led our people, and they have been dying over the years, is a failed strategy because the leaders have a constrained vision. And because of that, they cannot lead you to ultimate freedom. This is a fact. And they will label and criticize everyone who questions the motive. Go and look at the history of Eritrea. Study the nation that your leaders are modeling. There is a saying in America, if you hang around 4 broke people, you will be the 5th. But if you hang around 5 rich millionaires, you will be the next millionaire. And that is the strategy. I want you to take people to a place where you have been. And I want to take every Cameroonian, English-speaking Cameroonians, to a place where I've been. It's a place where God has taken me to. And I've seen the glory. I've seen the light. I've seen the direction. And I want to lead you through that path. I was able to start a business right here in the United States of America because I was able to model what I call the growth mindset and not a fixed mindset. People who have a fixed mindset can lead you to freedom. A fixed mindset said this is how it has always been and it will always be this way. And so the only way is for us to fight. But the growth mindset looked at creative ways to solve complex problems. And I looked at my economic condition in America. And I was able to adopt a growth mindset by following these same principles that I share with you today. I was able to look at successful people and I asked questions as to how they made it. And I learned exactly that. I was making approximately $10,000 a month. And I was able to move from that level of growth to achieving an asset or running a business that is worth $1 million in less than 3 months. And this is possible for us to achieve growth and prosperity in 2 years. If we listen, if you follow the right leader, you are the sum of the 5 people you hang around with. If you hang around losers, you are going to be a loser. Today, I want you to hang around somebody that is vibrant, agile, strong, courageous, brave, practical in his ways, and is able to lead you to the path that will help you achieve your own success. That is the leader that you need. That is the person you should be looking up to. And today I've watched our leaders in all their weaknesses and shortcomings and ways of approaching problems. And God keeps telling me and showing me this direction and saying, you can solve this problem. Rise up and take this challenge. And I want to say, if you believe that you were called in this world not to suffer and wallow in pain, but to be prosperous and leave a legacy for your children's children, then you know who to listen to today. I want to say to every English-speaking Cameroonian, if you are tired and sick of being tired, then you know who to listen to today. Shina Rambo Sylvester, one of the Amber fighters who decided to surrender himself, said something very fascinating. He said, our trip to Boya, but our trip to Boya is when we die. And I want to say that if our example is Eritrea, then we are going down the drain and this is a lost battle. But today I came to introduce to you a new heaven, a place flowing with milk and honey, a direction that will give you hope and perspective, that through our shared will and determination, looking at what works, we will achieve our ultimate freedom. We will achieve good roads, good schools, good institutions, businesses, and I want to let you know, I am that leader that God is raising in a time such as this. And listen to me well. You do not have to die to achieve these things. You don't have to shed blood to achieve these things. And we will achieve these things within a very short period of time without anyone dying if we change strategies. All of our leaders are in a gridlock. They are stuck. It's like the story in the Bible of David and Goliath. When the Israelites were fighting with the people of Gath, they were in a gridlock when David was coming down to serve the brothers food. And he realized that these people were in a gridlock. David had to initiate a new strategy. He had to say, we don't have to fight them with the tools that they are fighting us with. I will fight this giant with a slingshot and stones. And he changed the narrative. And within a split second, Goliath came down. And I want to let you know that that is the approach that I will lead us through. Many people don't have to die. We are going to use the David strategy. It is the strategy of wise people that understand the vicissitudes of life, know how to negotiate, know how to communicate, know how to articulate their perspective. I want to say we don't only need visionary leaders, but we need big thinkers. Big thinkers with perspective on how the world actually works. God has been preparing me for this journey without me even realizing. First, fire burnt my home right here in the United States of America. After that, a motor accident that almost claimed my life. From there, God called me into the ministry. I went to the seminary and got my degree in divinity. From there, I went on to get my master's in business administration with a concentration in finance. And God has been preparing me for this mission and showing me visions and direction how to save and liberate my nation. And today, I want to let you know that if you stand with me together, it will not be easy, but it is possible, and we don't have to shed blood to achieve our dreams. We don't have to shed blood. We don't have to kill people. People don't have to die for us to achieve what we desire in this dispensation. And so if you stand with me, I would like for you to click like, share, subscribe on this channel, DM me, and connect to the groups that we are creating to start this initiative. We are moving towards, the project that we intend to execute is going to reverberate throughout the entire continent of Africa. We are starting in Northwest and Southwest, from there throughout the entire nation of Cameroon, and from there to Africa. We are resurrecting our continent. We are transforming our continent, our country, our region, and we are going to do it one block at a time. It is one God. It is one people. It's one language, and it's one goal. We shall make it. And we shall achieve these goals, and nothing is going to stop us. Why? Because God is with us. Now you understand what is going on. You are not going to be following a leader that is following Eritrea, one of the poorest nations in Africa, one of the poorest nations in sub-Saharan Africa. But you are going to follow a leader that is looking at the best nations on earth. And it's that same energy that I'm bringing to the people of Cameroon. We are going to transform our nation, and more is better. I said more is better. More people is better than few people. The entire nation of Cameroon is better than just English-speaking Cameroonians. Our artists have seen this revelation. The Mr. Leos, the Kosis, the Selatiers of Cameroon. And I want to let you know, God revealed this growth plan to some of these musicians and artists, and they have been acting in their own way, and we failed to see it. And I want to let you know, culture is a very powerful tool for transformation. And God uses culture to reveal to us his plan. And some of our artists have been revealing to us this revelation of transformation, and we fail to see it. We are going to transform, integrate, and develop our nation. And I want to let you know, at the end of the day, none of you will feel marginalized in Cameroon again. None of you will feel like you're left behind again. None of you is going to feel like Cameroon cannot provide an opportunity or a place for a child who comes from Furawa. And I want to let you know that it is possible. You will not feel marginalized or feel left out even if you come from Lebialem. And I want to let you know that Cameroon is going to offer equal opportunity to every inhabitant of that nation. And this plan is going to make that possible. We will negotiate with the president. Within 2 years, we will have foreign aid come to us and we will be able to squash every problem. Those who are in prison will be released and our nation is going to experience peace again. And I want to let you know, if you follow this path, we will achieve that in 2 years. I'm giving you a time frame. I'm not just going to tell you we keep fighting and I don't know when this war is going to stop. What I learned in business school, you have to have a goal, you have to have a vision, and you have to have a time frame. When do I know that I've achieved success or I have failed? You have to be able to identify that. And failure to do so, it's a failed project. And so people should not engage in such projects and waste their life and time for no good reason. And so I want to let you know that in 2 years, I'm giving you a time frame. By the end of 2025, we should be experiencing peace, rejoicing, having our mothers go back to their farms. We will be introducing developmental projects that are going to transform our nation. We will see our young people going back to school. We will see enormous prosperity once more in Cameroon. It will not go back to normal. Cameroon will not go back to normal. We are taking that nation to the next level. We are not going back to normal. We are going to the next level. And I want to let you know, united we stand. We stand on this one vision, one people, one God, one nation, one language, and one goal. There is a saying that when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are forced to change ourselves. And I want to let you know that you live in a blessed nation. We might not be where we aspire to be, but I want to let you know that we are blessed, we have life, and there is a brighter day ahead of each and every one of us. The reason why some of you have not died during the struggle is because you have hope. You have a belief that you will live to see a prosperous nation. You live in a nation where you will not feel marginalized. I would like for you to listen to one of the great authors and clinical psychologists that existed in the 21st century, Viktor Frankl. And then I will make a remark on what he said.
Is a finite freedom, a limited freedom. That is to say, a human being is never fully free from conditions, be they of biological or psychological or sociological kind. But the ultimate freedom is always and remains always reserved to ourselves. That is the freedom to take a stand to whatever conditions might confront us. How we react to the unchangeable conditions is up to ourselves. In other words, if we cannot change the situation, we have always the last freedom to change our attitude to that situation.
That is amazing. Changing your attitude towards that situation when you cannot change it. Because human beings will always face challenges. But how you change your attitude towards those situations that you can't change is paramount. I want to say this man lived in the concentration camps during the Second World War. He was locked up for 3 years. That man is a Jew, and Jews were hated by Hitler. This man is called Viktor Frankl. He wrote a book, Man's Search for Meaning. That book transformed my life and made me to be more grateful. Be grateful about life. Be grateful as to where I find myself. And I want to let you know, God blesses those who are grateful. Those who have gratitude in their hearts. He said, I will not die in this concentration camp. I will live to tell the story. I will travel across the world, write books, and be able to transform the lives of many who feel like they are cheated, they are marginalized, and they are in despair. And I want to let you know, We will not build a better Cameroon if we are walking from a place of despair. We will not build a better Cameroon if we have a negative attitude. We will come with an attitude of gratitude. And it's from that perspective that we will stretch and God will bless us with more. And that is why I say the things that I say, because I'm confident that God has sent me in a time such as this. We are going to work hard, extremely hard. We are going to be strategic in our approach. We are going to be lucrative, productive. We are going to do all that we can to look at the best nations on earth and have that example in Cameroon. And I believe that many people will marvel at our success. People will live far and near and come to see what has happened in Cameroon because of this initiative. I encourage you watching this video. God loves you. You have greatness in you. I believe that there is greatness in you. There is enormous power becoming an underdog. The person that they never saw coming. The person that everybody lost hope in. And I want to let you know that is who you are. It is a great place to be. And you cannot be bitter as you rise. You have to have smiles on your faces while you are warring underneath your bones, and you are pushing extremely hard, believing that victory is right in the corner. But you cannot do it with a sad face. You have to do it while smiling. And I want to let you know, maybe your mother died in this struggle. Maybe your father has died in this struggle. Maybe you've lost kids in this struggle. Maybe a sibling of yours is in prison because of this struggle. And I want to let you know that it is not yet over. There is hope for you. There is hope to rise again. There is hope to believe. And for those who believe that they have to be in this struggle for a very long time to have grounds, and I want to let you know that we will believe in the fresh and dynamic energy that this struggle has been waiting for. And I want to let you know it's not about how long you've been in the struggle. It's not about how old you are. It is about your vision. It's about perspective. It's about your strategy. It's about your approach. It's about being legendary. It's about being strong. It's about being courageous. And I want to let you know, we will not do it by force. Leadership is influence. And that is exactly the strategy. Influencing people to believe in God and believe in themselves. Influencing you to choose your destiny. Influencing you not to die. Influencing you to have a fresh and new perspective. It is a perspective that you will harbor that will bring about the faith and love and transformation. All right, if you like this video, you're gonna like this other episode, and you can watch it by clicking right here.